Hey. Let me find you on Facebook. Sharing. Hey. I'm just going to share this really quick. Today was the strangest day ever. Hey, say hi to me in the comments so I can see who's here. Make sure you let me know if you can hear me. I got my earbuds in. I think you guys can hear me. Oh, funny. I didn't even title this. Hey, Chloe. I totally forgot to title this Facebook Live. Interesting. I should leave it just to see what happens. If people will just watch with no clue whatsoever. Hey, Tina. Hey, Simona. New Zealand in the house. Girl, I'm going to see you tonight in the group. I'm so excited. I'm going to leave this with no title. That's really funny. Hey, how are you guys? So, today was the weirdest day of my life. And for some reason, I felt like maybe you guys needed to hear about my very strange day. Basically, I farted around all day and did whatever the hell I want. I got up and I worked out and I went to this lunch school thing with my daughter, which was super cute. I got to see all the adorable little kids at school and that was a lot of fun. And then I did a couple posts and actually there was a few more people that joined for the groups. Oh my God, if you guys have not, okay, let me just say this. I'm going to say this super bluntly right to your face because you guys know how I roll. I just say things bluntly because I love you. What's the point in doing all the shenanigans? So, if you go to mandyperry.com right now, there is the group that I start tonight. The welcome is tonight. We officially begin on Monday. It is the most content I have ever given ever in any group ever. And it's one of the lowest cost price points of my groups. It's kind of friggin' insane. And every time I look at it, I'm like, holy crap. I cannot believe I'm going to be creating this much content over the next 4 weeks. So you have to check it out. And specifically, if you wanted to take the journey of like, this is the point why I thought it was important to tell you guys today about my day, because you get to see what it really looks like at this level. I feel like I don't always especially when I was doing the journey, I didn't get to see always where other people were in the journey. Tell me if that feels true for you in the comments. Don't you want to know like, yeah, but what do you really do day to day, right? Like the people ahead of me and the mentors that I admire, like literally with my own mentor, was it yesterday? I really did fart around all day, so I don't even know what day it is. I'm so excited about the group tonight that is on my radar, but I basically did nothing else except for what I wanted to today, which is pretty epic. But that's because I run groups. It's because of the way that I run my business. So it was just yesterday I asked my own mentor, I know this might sound like a weird question, but what the hell do you do all day? Like, you know, we all do the cafes and we work at the cafes and we create our content and we do our journaling and we get a workout on and, you know, hang out with the kids. What else do you do, right? So basically I asked that question because I was freaking curious and I know that people are, Christy, you just made me belly laugh. Wow, girl, you got me to belly laugh on the world's laziest day that I've ever had in my whole life. Good job. I love you guys so much. Oh, yes. So, okay. So one of the things I noticed was because of how I run my business, which I sent out an email. If you guys aren't on that email, you should be on my email list. You can sign up on my website. I send out some crazy crap every once in a while. So what I did was I literally broke down the entire like 65K month. Like I just picked 1 month out of my business. Here's like a typical 65K month. And here's the breakdown of it. That's what it looks like on those months. You know, other months there's pay in fulls and stuff like that. But I gave you guys a really typical month of what it looks like in my business in a breakdown. And then I told the truth, which I know triggers the shit out of some people. But what do you want me to do? Lie for you? I'm not going to lie for you. The truth is, working hours, required hours in my business to make that kind of income monthly was 6 hours. Required hours. That doesn't mean that's all I work. Of course I freaking work a lot more than that because I love what I do and it doesn't feel like this is work. This is technically work. Hanging out with you guys is technically work, right? Which is such crap. I just reported that comment on Facebook too, creepy. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. Do you see? I'm so loved. I love it. I didn't always feel that way. I always felt like I was so alone in the whole world, and now I have people who are so loving to me, and I appreciate you guys, just so you know. I really appreciate you guys. And my clients are crushing it too. Okay, so let me get on track here. Let me say something that's actually in order and stop going out of order. Number one, I have so much free time in my life, it's not even funny. I just, like, even my husband said to me today, he was like, holy crap. He's like, Mandy, you spend 60% of your time just absorbing like audibles and books and learning stuff. And I was like, yeah, I went to college for 10 years and didn't even pick a degree because I'm just that way. Like, what's what I do. I just love learning and absorbing and tracking my clients and celebrating huge wins and all that kind of stuff. I just had one of my diamond girls get her first pay in full 20K. That was a big celebration. That was awesome. That's a milestone for sure. I remember that. And actually, it's funny. She was one of my 20K pay in fulls. I move fast. That was it was only a year ago when that was. I never even thought of that. That's hilarious. And now she got hers. She joined us. She's coming right up on the end of working for 1 year together, and she just got her first 20K pay in full. That's awesome. So, okay, so I have tons and tons and tons of free time because I run groups, which is why I finally realized, like, okay, I see all of these coaches trying to figure out how to get clients, and then they get confused because they're just offering the same thing over and over, and then it gets confusing for them, or they get bored with it, or they feel like, you know, how am I ever going to make the kind of income I want and still have time to like play and have fun with my family and be with the people I love, or absorb mass amounts of content, or, you know, take really good care of myself, or travel the world and do all these things. You know, and even on one-on-ones, you can travel the world because your business is with you. It's still the laptop life, right? But a lot, like what I'm watching is like, it's not really sinking into people. But, and then I realized why. The reason it's not sinking into people is because so many people are telling you all these stupid rules as to why you can or can't offer something. Like, everybody has a gift that they bring to the world. Another crazy thing that I see is all these health coaches are really not wanting to do health coaching. They're wanting to do something different. And I'm going to be offering a course on that. So this one is going to address that as well. This one is really based on, like, let's start learning how to run online groups, and how do you fill them? How do you like promote them? How do you fill them? How do you run them? And how are you really successful at running online groups? And so that whole process is what frees you up to have mammoth amounts. Like, if I took a picture of the calendar and sent it to you guys, like my actual calendar, you guys would laugh. Like, I really feel like I don't even know what would happen if you guys saw what my calendar actually looked. The amount of required time that I have to show up for my business is kind of hysterical, including time that I meet with my team and everything. Like, it's really amazing. So the rest of the time I'm absorbing material and I'm farting around like I did today. I literally worked out and I went to that lunch thing with my daughter and my family, and then I laid out there by the pool and I friggin' just laid there and I listened to the waterfall for a while, and then I watched Netflix for a little bit, and then I listened to an audio for a little bit. I've been listening to a lot of Gary Vee lately, and then I was hot as fuck balls, so I came inside, and then I laid in here and I laid in my bed, and it was just so comfy, and the sheets were cool, and my daughter made some soap things on the floor next to me, and I just farted around. And then I did a couple posts that took me literally 30 seconds. Got a couple more signups for the group tonight that we're starting right after this. Oh yeah, make sure I'm not late to it. And made some plans with the kids on what we're going to do this weekend, and found some new stuff to do in Florida, and that's what I did all day. That was me running my $500,000 business. Not kidding. Like, not kidding. Oh, and then I did have a call with my assistant, a quick call with my assistant, because we hired my stepdaughter into the business, which was really amazing, and we were just going over how to get her to the next level and support her going to the next level. And that's my life at this income. And then yesterday we went to the Escape. Do you guys do the Escape games? Tell me you've heard of that. Canada. I don't know if Canada has them. I don't know if New Zealand has them. Do you guys have them over there? You have to tell me. It's called Escape, and you like sign up. It was like, I don't know, it was like $100 for 4 of us to go or something like that. And you go into a room and you have to follow all the clues to break yourself out of the room. So you have to escape out of the room. And it was pretty friggin' fun. And I felt like, yeah, Simona did it. They're pretty friggin' awesome. And And yeah, we went to do that, and of course my stepdaughter's the smartest one out of all of them. If it wasn't for her, we would have, like, we had to keep getting extra hints and extra hints. They'll give you like 3 hints, but like the hints are just as tough as the riddle that you have to figure out, and I'm not that good at it, but I started to figure out the rules. Oh, they do have them in Canada. That's so fun. Yeah, so I've done it twice, and I'm just starting to figure out that, like, this won't give anything away, because I feel like I'm going to honor the company, but this won't give anything away. I learned every friggin' thing is intentional. Everything is intentional. Everything, every single thing. And I was like, okay, Mandy, everything is intentional. I finally get it. We have a wee tiny one here in our old jail. Oh my God, that's wicked funny. Is it like a get out of jail one? That's super funny. Oh my God, yeah. If you guys haven't done an escape, oops, let me shut this up. If you haven't done an escape, you got to find one around you and do it. They're so epic. Hold on, I think I saw a question in here. Let me look for it. Sarah, I'm choosing right now to be stuck with offering groups. I can't wait for the training. I know the answer is within, but I'm not getting it right now. Hell yeah, Sarah. Sarah's a diamond, so she gets free access to everything we do. New diamond girl, already crushing life. Boom! Joins us with 9 weeks later, has a VIP 6-month client. My clients are seriously crushing life right now. They're doing so amazing. It's so amazing. ESL here was hilarious. Okay, so yes, Sarah. Everybody is stuck with groups. It's like a phenomenon that's going on. I think the biggest thing everyone's terrified of, like, is what if one person signs up? Okay, you don't have to join the group for that one. I'll give you that one completely for free. If only one person joins your group, then and nobody else ever does, you do one of 2 things. One, you either extend when you start, you let them know this is the like, oh yay, this is pre-week, and you just let them know it's pre-week, they get an extra week, and you give yourself 1 more week to go at it, and then go freaking hard and call your ass to more. We do it until, we do not just do it, we do it until. Don't tell me that you're not able to do it. Of course you're able to do it. The reason people don't do it is because they're scared. I'll not go off too far because I got to save this for the girls tonight. And the second thing that you can do if you get one person and then nobody else joins, if you don't want to call your ass to that level, which I definitely think you should do, and I shouldn't even be giving you a second option, but I will, is you can let them know, like, oh my God, you're so, like, today's your lucky day. Universe must be blessing you today because you get a one-on-one with me instead. You are getting upgraded, sister. Let me upgrade you. Whoever minded getting an upgrade? I don't know anybody that's ever been upset about an upgrade. So it's just no big deal. Do you see the things we make such a big deal? They're just no big deal. There are no big deal at all. And you know what I didn't even realize? I realized tonight, you guys will laugh on this, right? The funniest part about me running this group was like, oh, I really just don't give a shit about failing. I really don't, because I'm running a group about how to fill online groups. And not once did it occur to me how horrible it would be if I tried to promote a group about filling groups and nobody joined. But I just thought about that tonight. Wow, that would have been ironic. And I'm really glad I didn't think about it till now, because I'm human and I would have been like, whoa, that would be really bad. And then I didn't scroll out and have to work through it during journaling, because it just never even came up until today when I realized it was really funny. Like the escape rooms have to solve the problems. Yes, those escape rooms, where you have to do the freaking ridiculously hard riddles. I don't know if I just picked 2 hard rooms or my brain just doesn't work that way, but I'm starting to figure it out now. I'm going to go this weekend, so I'm going kind of back to back. We went yesterday, I'm going to go again this weekend, and I'm telling you, I'll be better at it. I won't feel like a Riri walking out of it. Oh, we got this guy really blowing up my comments. You sexy, S-E-X-I, like taxi, but sexy. Oh my God, this guy's making me laugh. Oh, yes, it is called Jailbreak. That's hilarious, Susan. That was my first group 1 person. Yeah, see? And yet you're still here because it was no freaking big deal. It's just we make the silliest things such a big deal. Like, such a big deal. Like, but I have to have one-on-one first. And what if I launch a group and nobody joins? What if you change your mindset to, I'm doing this until I have success, and then the process is whatever the process is? Think about that for 1 second. If you were willing to show up in a way where, and I don't care if you're a coach, or if you're doing oils and you're going to train your downline, or if you're a freaking lawyer who just wants to have a group of people that follow you and you're teaching them the newest, latest thing that's going on and how something Trump is doing is going to affect them, and or a tax guy and something's going to affect them, and you're just building an audience and you're going to run a group for some extra info. Like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, it's all the same. But what if you could show up in a way where you just decided, I'm doing this until this is the group I'm running. This is the price point. This is how long it is. And I'm going to run it until I'm successful, and until I have enrolled people in it. And that is it. End of story. That's what it is. I'm going to pick the date and I'm going to do it until I have success in this. And then guess what happens? When you show up to that level, which is exactly what I'm going to support everybody doing in this group, we are going to shift to that level, sisters. This is what we're doing. And brothers, obviously, welcome. When you shift to that level, what happens is the journey stops being like, I need to make money, I need to get the clients, I need to prove I can do this, I just want to help people, blah, 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 which is what everybody does. It's so sweet, it's heart-centered, and it's like fluffy bullshit. It is what it is, right? Like, yes, I love you for being that way, and yes, you have a big heart, and yes, I'm also teasing you, because who cares? All that really matters was you became the person it took to bring your gifts to the world and impact people on a massive level and create and become all the things you feel inside that you're meant to be. That's all that ever freaking mattered, that you became that person. So in order for you to become that person, in order for me to go from the freaking welfare girl that I was to running a $500,000 business with a full team, traveling all around the world, running retreats in Bali and Maui, in order to become this woman from the woman that I was, which are two completely different women, I had to put myself in some seriously like what felt like stressful situations. It felt stressful. It felt stressful to throw myself out there and just leap and just be like, okay, I'm gonna fucking learn as I go, and then make mistakes and fail and look like an idiot sometimes. And I didn't look like an idiot because everybody was worried about looking like an idiot themselves, and nobody ever cared and nobody was paying attention. And it's just, it feels a little bit stressful. And then you look back and you're like, damn, that was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. That wasn't that bad. And you got to have a little bit of stamina, and you got to get rid of the entitlement shit, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you guys have been tracking my blogs. You should, because I give away some free awesome coaching content in there. But the other day I wrote one about, I don't know what this blog should be called, I think is what I called it. I have no idea what to call this blog. I think is what I called it. And in the blog, I was like, somebody get me off my motherfucking high horse. Get me off my high horse. Because I realized what happened was, it was like, okay, yeah, you know, like when you're making a consistent kind of income and like you've gotten there, and then like other people don't show up that way in my life, right? Like in my life. So obviously with like clients and my team, it's real easy, but like maybe people closer to me, maybe my husband, maybe it's possible that it's just a possibility that maybe with my husband, I can get a little bit like, well, why aren't you just doing this? And why aren't you just doing that? And why aren't you just doing it this way? And no, you need to do that because my time's more important. And that flavor of that started to creep in. And it was really ugly. So I could have gotten frustrated and mad that this messy situation I was dealing with was happening, and like, why is this happening? And should be easy. Or I learned to be smart enough, just be freaking smart enough for me to stop and be like, whoa, something's off. What's off? Something's not in integrity. Something's not in alignment. Somehow I'm off. How am I off? All right, soul, I'm listening. All right, God, I'm listening. I'm totally tuned in. What do you got for me? And lo and behold, I got to notice this creepy entitlement thing that had come in, this creepy get on my high horse thing that had come in, which is exactly literally the opposite of what I ever want to be. Like, it was like, that is not the woman I want to be. And somehow that had sort of slid in, and I was able to adjust that and shift that and own that and show up and heal that. And that was really powerful. So like, I don't remember who I was saying it to the other day, but like, for me to go from 40K months to 65K months consistently in the business, what I had to learn was humility. Like, I didn't have to learn how to do sales pages or webinars or funnels, or I didn't know how to write the perfect sales page so that my group would launch. I had to learn humility at a whole new level. And not just humility, I had to learn that real love is actually giving it selflessly without an expectation of something in return. Not a trade. It's not a fucking barter. You're not bartering. Love is giving, and I'm just treating you a certain way. I'm showing up this way. I'm holding space for you this way. I'm being the woman I know that I'm meant to be, the woman that I envision myself to be, my highest self, my best self, and I'm giving of myself as an act of love, because that's what love is. And that's what I got called to. So everybody wants to know, like, well, how do I get from this level to this level? Well, from 40K months to 65K months, it looked like me learning how to love selflessly. So, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. What's it going to look like for me to go from 65 to 100K months? Like, and then all I hear, it's so weird, because as I'm learning this, right? As I'm learning, like, I set that money goal and I let myself become the woman. And the woman I had to become was a woman who learned how to, even to another level, learn to love selflessly, which I don't think I do very well. I think that I'm superhuman. I'm just super freaking human. And I'm super like, why didn't you do that sometimes? And super like, get frustrated. And how come people don't just do what they need to do? And this kind of crap. Uber Eats is messaging me because they forgot half of the dinner tonight for the family. That was another thing. I didn't cook dinner. I ordered Uber Eats for their family. How funny is that, right? I'm human at this and I don't love well, but like I hear all these other people bashing anyone who talks about their income, and like coaches who like run high level programs, and you know, people that are broke, they shouldn't be paying for those, and they just want your money, and you know, stop focusing on money and start focusing on serving. Like, you don't get it. You know what that tells me? You know, I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say this right now. It's coming. It's happening. There's no slowing down this train right now. It's too motherfucking late. You don't get it. You don't get it. All that tells me is that you don't have a level of the monetary success that you're looking to have. It tells me that you are not living in the growth space of where you need to be, and you are not shining very fucking bright if you are talking that smack. Because what it tells me is that you don't understand that what it actually takes to reach those levels in this kind of field. If you're doing heart-centered work and you're showing up, you're in this coaching field and you're loving on people and you're listening to soul and you are stretching yourself to that next level and you are listening to those intuitive prompts, and when you get those inspirations, those intuitive ideas, you actually fucking back them. Like, you actually like stop instantly and back your soul. If you're doing that and you're setting a money goal, the transition is the person you're becoming. You grow and you change. It was never about the money. The money was a stupid goal because it gives you options and freedoms, and it is a evidence that you are doing your work in the world. It is evidence that you are becoming that person. So it's really like saying, saying like, the fact that I tell you guys how much my business makes is shameful, is the same thing as saying the journey of becoming the woman who learned how to love a little bit less selfless, just a little bit more selfless rather, a little bit more selfless is shameful. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, Shannon, do you hear what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. And here's my mystery. My frustration is like, Mandy, like, just how do I teach this? Like, how can I wake people up to see this? Like, are you guys seeing this? Right? Oh yeah, eating this all up. Yay, sister. Yes. I want to feel that kind of love and experience that kind of giving, Mandy. Me too. Me too. This is what I'm saying. We got to be willing to go into the intention, and hell yes. Hell yes. For a lot of us, that looks like an investment. For me, having to pay $6,000 a month, that's what it felt like in the beginning. Now it's just no big deal. It's like part of my life and I don't even think about it. But when I first made that investment with a mentor, $6,000 a month, I was fritzing all over the place and I was being messy and like all this stuff was getting flushed up, and lo and behold, where did that journey lead me? To the place where I noticed that I was starting to be fucking entitled, and I was being critical, and I was being a friggin', I don't even want to say it. You know what I'm talking about. And I got to get knocked off my horse, and I got to see what real love actually looks like. And that was the whole journey. This is what we say. It's happening for you. And when soul leads you to something that fritzes you and it's hard and it's challenging, fucking do it. If that looks like launching your first group, if that looks like hiring that mentor, if that looks like saying you're friggin' sorry, if that looks like owning your shit, own your shit, because you'll become the woman that you envision yourself to be. And that is the most beautiful and intense and sacred journey that there is. This whole time, all that was happened was God was calling my ass to more and trying to show me how to love a little bit less entitled. Just another level of learning how to love, another level of being able to just, and you know what I said in the blog? Because you know what? It was completely true. What I said was like, the second I recognized I was on my high horse, it was like an instant exhale. Like, it is hard up there. It is like hard wins and tough battles up on your fucking high horse all by yourself in a world of one, right? This is like really how it is. So what I figured out was like, I didn't actually want to be up there. I don't want to be in control of how you show up and what you give back to me and what you figure is necessary in this moment. And I don't want to control if I think that you're taking the pace that you should be taking. And I don't want to control how I feel about, you know, you should do it this way, or it should be showing up that way, or we should be at this level. I don't want to control those things. I don't want to be responsible for that shit. I don't want to be responsible for the whole world and how everybody does everything. I would like to release that to the universe and go back to being Mandy, please and thank you. So that's what I did. And so today, post getting off my high horse, I crawled my ass right into my bed. And I feel whole again. And it, you know what? And I would say it was just so slight. It was so slight. It wasn't like I was just a completely different, I was slightly off base being in my level of integrity and love that I want to be in. And it was enough, because when I shifted back on, my God, it was just like the most massive exhale. And what got me there? Setting a 65K monthly goal and when my soul was telling me to take action, I was willing to take that action. And when I felt the pings, I stopped and I listened to them. And I hold people really close to me, and I pull in tribes and mentors that can keep me in the space of being accountable to what feels in integrity and what feels right and what feels aligned for me, right? Like I pull those people in really close. Hey, Meredith. Love you, lady. Have to jump on Zoom. Time with Craig. Yeah, the Up-Leveled on Command girls are freaking going berserk. They're loving it. They're crushing life right now. My husband is holding so much space for them right now. It's closed, so please don't ask. But the online groups is open. It's actually 8 o'clock right now, so I got to go hop into that group and start that training. Seriously, if ever you were going to join one of my groups, this is it. Did you guys see the level of content? Not only are you getting all of that content, it's so stupid cheap. I could easily run this group. Me teaching you how to run online groups, like I could easily run this for 10K. This is all day long. This could be a 10K group, and it's $888. Are you hearing me for a second? This is going to be a group that I'm going to be selling. The reason I'm doing so much content is because I'm turning it into a digital program. So I'm going to teach all of these. I'm going to drop all the content for you guys as we go these 4 weeks. I'm going to hop on, do a Q&A lives with you guys. I'm in the group with you the whole time. And then that's going to be turned into a digital program that I'm running every year. And it's probably going to be $19.97. So it's probably going to be a $19.97 group that I run once or twice a year, and that's it. I'm never doing it live again, that kind of stuff. So this is a group that you want to get into. Look at the mass amount of content I'm covering. It's just insane. It's like insane. And I've never said that. I've never told you guys that because I've never done anything like this. It's just ridiculous. I almost was like, I don't know, Mandy, did you really need to do it for this cheap? Like, it's kind of crazy. And then that was the number I got though. So I 100% trust it. So Mandy Perry, oh, thanks, Susan. Susan dropped the link. That's weird that it didn't show the picture. So you can go check that out. We're doing the welcome right now, so you're not going to miss everything. Everything's recorded. I know a lot of people like, but I might miss this, or I'm working full time and I'm trying to learn how to transition. Then get in this group. Or I'm so busy with my one-on-one clients, I don't have time. Then get in this group. That is the whole point. Free up your motherfucking time. And do you know, I said I doubled or tripled my income, but because I didn't know the other words. The truth is, I went from I'm guessing at this, so please don't quote me because I don't know. I don't know what it was. But I went from something like 7K months to 40K months by doing exactly what I'm teaching in this group. And I went from 7K months working 30 hours one-on-ones a week with clients plus the regular business stuff to 4 hours a week. 4. And quadruple 10x whatever my income. It was insane. Whatever number that is from 7 to 40, something like that, right? So this is a big deal. Get your ass in the group. Don't miss it because you're going to buy it when it's $19.97 because you're going to get there, right? And it's access forever. You have the membership. Everything's there. You have all the content. Everything's recorded. The workbooks. Everything's there for you. It's all set and available. And now I'm running late to the next group. So the whole point of this live, let me just say, the whole point of this live wasn't about the group, but you should get your ass in the group for real. Are you kidding me? Like literally 888, you have access to me in the group. Even if I wasn't giving you content, are you kidding me? And now you get all of this content. Oh, it's just insane. It is insane. It is like the most insane thing ever. And I haven't actually said that. So I need to say that for the next few days so the people will get in there. So they aren't like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that. The point of this live was, drop your ahas in the comments if you had any. I'd love to hear them. The point was, I farted around all day and did whatever the hell I wanted, and I felt really great about it because all my numbers are met, and I shifted and did some hard ass awesome work, getting to a place of love, feeling like back to being my best self, my truest form in soul flow. And my clients are freaking doing amazing and blowing up, of course, because I was true to soul and I stayed in that process that I felt like God was taking me through until I finally had that breakthrough. And the whole time I knew, right? Like, that's the best part. Hey, Val. Oh my God, I love that you guys are all on here. The best part of the journey was, right? The best part of it was the whole time I knew that something amazing was coming. So even when it feels tough and it feels like, oh, what is going on? You know something so good is coming. It's right around the corner. Stop doing the squirrely, messy shit. Stop not working out. Stop not taking care of yourself. Stop eating all that junk food shit. Stop friggin' ignoring stuff and skipping your journaling. Like, do the fucking work, because every time you're willing to like settle into it and allow it to be what it is and surrender to it, you're going to get there so much faster. And then you're like, oh my God, that was so worth it. It was worth it. all the work, all the tension was completely fucking worth it. It's always so worth it. It's so worth it. So stay in it, stay the course, trust the process, know that of course you're going to be safe. And if your soul is prompting you to take massive action or invest in something, I feel like I'm not going to stop talking about that. It is mostly about investing stuff with people in our line of work. That's just what it is. So I don't care if it's me or someone else or my mentor or one of my clients, like pay attention what soul is calling you to do and what you're being drawn to, and say fucking yes to it. And then allow the messy shit to happen, because that's where all the growth happens. That's where all the good shit happens. So don't be afraid of the mess. Don't be afraid of the crazy. Don't be afraid of the tension of like, oh my God, is this going to happen for me? Of course it's going to fucking happen for you. It's only not going to happen for you if you choose not to begin and you keep pausing and waiting and making up excuses and friggin' lots of excuses. I just had like 50 of them pop in my head that like clients say all the time. Lots of excuses. And don't be the person that friggin' messages me and says, well, I know I have too many excuses, so I just can't do this right now. Don't fucking admit that. Do you have no shame? Don't fucking tell me that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear, this is the brave fucking thing I did today. Even if it has nothing to do with me. I want to hear that shit. Tell me what brave shit you did today. Tell me what messy shit you figured out. Tell me what you figured out about yourself, or you learned, or you accepted about yourself and forgave yourself for that was messy as hell because you were out of alignment and you don't like being that person and you cleaned that shit up. Tell me this stuff. Tell me how you see the soul journey of yours and you see the vision for your life and you're so fucking pumped for it and you're ready to do anything. Tell me that shit. Because if you're going to tell me, if you like, why are you wasting my time? Come tell me that I got so many excuses. I love you still, for the handful of people that have said that to me. I love you, but why are you telling me that? What is the point? You need to name this new returned to self, but even better superhero version of you. You're right. Oh, I do. Do you see? I love myself today. True, deep, authentic love myself today. And it has felt off for about 2 months. I just felt like something was off. Something was bugging me. And now I finally see what it was. And it really was this entitlement, like, because I'm successful, I'm smarter and should tell you how to do things. And I didn't think it that way, right? So you don't readily recognize it, but it was there. It was in there and it was gross. Like even saying it out loud is like, oh, it just like hurts me. Like, no, that's not who I am. That is not who I am. It's not who I will be. And so you got to do the work, right? And so if you took nothing away, you will become more and more of everything you want to be if you let yourself do the things that scare the shit out of you, right? Like, oh, you've heard the 7 million quotes about it, but like, let's just be real. That's what it is. Because if you're feeling comfy, then you ain't doing shit. You're not growing. You can't grow when you're comfortable. You gotta allow yourself to say yes to the things you feel intuitively to do. And then, yeah, it's gonna be messy and it's gonna be tension, and it's so worth it because you get to have days like today. We fart around in your bed and you do nothing and you have the greatest day ever. And your clients are like 20K paying bulls and 6-month VIP clients and like just messages constantly all day long about these massive fucking wins. And my husband's totally blowing up his purpose right now and holding space for the clients, and they're having massive breakthroughs, and I'm just loving life sitting here and floating around with my daughter and doing nothing and throwing some stuff out there and loving on my clients and tracking with them and watching some Netflix and doing whatever I want, having food delivered because I can, because back in the day I could barely friggin' find enough food just to put on the table, and today I just get to have it delivered and fart around in my bed while I'm still crushing life. This is amazing. Yes, it's worth it. Today's a good day. I am honest with you guys on the days when I'm, in the middle of the squeeze, when I just made the shift, I've just up-leveled myself and now I'm fucking off kilter. Those days happen and I'm honest about those days too, but today's not one of those days. Today is the best day ever. It's like when all of the life and all of world and everything just like settled and all the wins, it's like the reward. Like I just got to open the present today. Yesterday I really opened the present, but today I was basking in it. Today I was just basking in it. It's so great. Okay, I love you guys. I get to go hop in the groups program right now. So yes, if you didn't hear before, please go check mandyperry.com. Look at the page. Like, look at how much shit you're getting for that price. It's insane. Oh my God, go Murdoch. Hey, that was my high school. Do you know Carissa? I think your name is so fat. I remember you because nobody had names like that in our school. I just ran into Carissa Michaud. I was out for my birthday dinner down at the beach here in Florida, and I ran into Carissa. It was so amazing. We had like 63 graduating people in our whole high school, and I ran into Carissa. It was so crazy. Like, oh wow, one of 63 happened to be in the same place at the same time. It was pretty cool. Okay, I love you guys so much. I hope this resonated with you. I hope it went into your soul. I hope you get to have some wins and some breakthroughs and some ahas from this. And I hope to see you in the group. I know a bunch of you on here are already in there. And that is all. I love you. Talk soon.